See that hole right there? They're coming out. So I was in my parents' backyard and I looked at their firewood pile. And what I saw was that there were some yellow jackets flying into this pile, which tells me there's a yellow jacket nest there. Now, this species of yellow jackets, they can either burrow underground or they can actually go into the siding of your house. And I've seen some pretty crazy, like, horror scenarios where they eat through the drywall right down to the paint, and as soon as they break through, they flood an entire room. All right, so firewood pile yellow jacket nests are a little bit more on the dangerous side because it's really hard to get into their entry point to give it basically a clean treatment. Their entry point is all the way down there. I don't know if you can see it. It's tricky to see, but see, one just flew up at us. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to remove this firewood. They're probably gonna start to swarm me, but luckily I came prepared. All right, I'm gonna go really slow. Try not to set them off too much, because as soon as I do, they're gonna start coming out. I just wanna remove as much firewood as possible, because what I can't do is I can't treat the firewood, because if I do, it can't be used. And I'd prefer the customer, which is my parents, to be able to use this firewood after. So it looks like I haven't set them off just yet, but as soon as I remove this piece of wood here, they're gonna go absolutely ballistic. So we'll see how this goes. All right, 3, 2, 1. See that hole right there? They're coming out. I can gas that. Right now, they're really trying to sting me up. This is an aggressive nest. I'm gonna pull this thing off. It's probably where the rest of the nest is, underneath here. Because they make underground nests, so, oh, found it. Gotta get into that. See that? That's their underground nest, so I need to gas that. And to make sure that everybody's dead in there. If I pick this up, maybe not the safest thing to do, but I'm wearing gloves, so that's okay. You can see that there is the same thing that I showed in that ball-faced hornet video. Well, that one's trying to sting me. See how it's biting onto me, trying to sting me right there? So there's larvae, there's pupae. The ones with the coverings are ready to emerge into adults, or just about ready. We caught them pretty early, it seems like, so that's good. But, you know, they can get to the size of 2,000 plus yellow jackets by the end of the season, especially with all this building material. So I'm really glad I was able to take care of this early before it became a huge deal. And what I'm gonna be doing next is removing this firewood completely, treating that soil with a little bit of a residual insecticide. So if they try to rebuild, they'll end up spreading it to each other. And that way the wood isn't contaminated and the yellow jackets are taken care of. So I'm just gonna do a really low pressure and put down something that not only takes them out, but they actually can't sense that it's there. It's called a non-repellent. Works really well for social insects. All I do is I put a little bit down where they were building. Not much at all, just super low pressure. And so that way when they come back to try and rebuild, they end up spreading it to each other and it takes care of the problem. Beautiful. Okay, that's all I need.